Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great day of SSL Soccer. My name is Xenlos. I'm joined today by
Socc. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Matchday 13 in Division 2. The race for the title is officially on. 1 point separating the top two sides, and two sides that can still technically qualify promotion, but will be on the outside looking in. That will be one of the marquee matchups as well. 2 versus 3, London versus Seoul. Seoul wins. They bring themselves within a point, and into London, they win. They secure themselves a spot back up, yo-yoing to Division 1. Of course, we do have some much more exciting matches on the card as well, with AS Paris potentially able to secure their title this season, and also to perhaps able to secure their promotion spot, but still need some results to go their way for that. They will be taking on Montreal United at the end of this. But for the first match, we do have Cairo City versus Schwarzwälder for Svalbard, and Red Star Laos versus SC Kaapstad will follow.
Yeah. And Schwarzwälder is currently sitting fourth in the table with 23 points. Cairo sitting all the way down seventh with only 4 points on the season. Unfortunately, it's been a little bit of a rough go for them this year.
Yeah, one of 3 sides in Division 2 that has conceded more than 30 goals this season, but they, of course, have almost exceeded that by themselves with 49 goals conceded thus far, as have gone over hiccups right as we start this broadcast. Great start to us all.
Woo! But we are underway. Schwarzwälder, they look like they just escaped from prison. No, I'm kidding. Berbatov takes a shot. Just the black and white stripes, just...
Yeah, but the problem is you already expect the prison bars to be vertical, not horizontal.
That's
a chance,
true.
Jean-Claude.
Here's Jean-Claude. Fires, but saved by Socc. Here's Van Neuer in the 8th minute now. Going over to McGlaskins to McFlopface. Finding it down deep, going into the box, but it's headed away by Plink. Picked up by Taco Cat. Yeah, I've just been watching a lot of police interrogation videos recently because I've gone down that YouTube rabbit hole. So that was why it was just the first thought that I had.
That's fair enough.
As here's Arasov going forward to Jean-Claude ahead of everybody in the box. Fires, but it's wide. And we stay 0-0.
Yeah, it was great coverage there by Sadan Sasral. Just made sure not to give him too much of an angle. Did seem like it had a beat to his left, but was too far out. Sadan Sasral could not stop it with a dive.
As here's Arasov. Arasov takes their shot. It's saved by Saran Sasral. And that's going to be a corner kick to be taken by Adamu, who lines it up, fires it for the far post, headed away by Berbatov. Now prime time 99 going into Arasov, and that's into the crowd.
Yeah, try one from way out there. Did Hassan Asasrov reaching to try and stop it. So it was threatening enough of a shot to force the issue, but just didn't find the target.
So yeah, prime time 99 again, going over the loud jump to Norman. Jean-Claude, it's saved again. Saran Sasral on top of their game today.
Yeah, that's been one of the big reasons why they've been able to survive in Division 2. They are still sitting mid-table, of course, but the goals conceded are far less than most other sides. 5th right now. And the healthy dosage of offense has been very helpful for them. Well, might get to see them open up now. Berbatov, saved by Van Neuer, tipped it over the top.
Yeah, they do have 2 people in the top 5 of the Golden Boot race for Div 2, as there's one of them trying to take the header, Rob Tucker, currently in 3rd. Gintonic, the other one, currently sitting in 5th. Here's McGlaskins going forward to Jean-Claude, takes the cross midfield. Whittington, good challenge to get it back in Schwarzwälder's possession. Going forward to Berbatov, to Kat, as they're just dancing around the midfield line, not ever crossing it. Okay, we've crossed it, and now we've crossed it. Okay. Yeah, we're just going back and forth across the midfield line now. So here's Dion going forward to Gintonic over to Whittington. Whittington going all the way to that back line, but it's going to be headed out by Lauren. And picked up. Oh, intercepted by Dion, going for Tucker, and they find Tucker, and Tucker finds the net. And it's 1-0 Schwarzwälder.
Huge pickup there. It was a great intercept here by Dian. Just read the play well. Knew that Adamu was kind of running out of options. Gintonic was marking large up, so knew he had to go to McLashcombe's. Made the intercept. Flicked one in there, and Tucker beat Stojakovic first to it. Van Nooyen not able to get across in time, and an early lead here for Schwarzwälder.
As we're now going to play it out of the back with Saran Sotral here in a 26-minute. Whittington on the attack again. Going back to Tucker, and that's row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looked like row H. But
yeah,
we have it.
I will say this. Every time that you pass it behind your own halfway line, it can't be offside.
That's fair. Here's Jean-Claude. Ooh, blocked by Plink. Excuse me, I almost said Pink.
Yeah, I was trying to get that one across there by the looks of it. Just Plink ran him out of options.
I'm confused on what happened there, but all right. It's going to end up in the possession of Schwarzwälder over to Tucker. It picked by Primetime 99, but still held onto. Here's Berbatov going forward, looking for Tucker, but it's intercepted by Lauren, who kicks it off the back of their own teammate's head. It's picked back up by Schwarzwälder again, over to Whittington to Dion. Dion going into Gintonic, into Tucker. Tucker into the box, goes back to Gintonic, and is saved. Corner kick. Corner kick headed away, so now we're going to have a throw-in the 30th minute. So they go all the way back to Zerhoni. Zerhoni goes all the way back to Saran Sotral, just doing a full reset here. Saran Sotral way out of net, but
Under no threat.
Hard to really punish him for it. Stojakovic makes the interception there off the attempted pass in. Now Laudrup going forward, looking for Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude gets tripped. You can't do that in the box.
There might be a red here. No, they're going to just say penalty straight up. Wow, I thought it was obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Now Floppy McFlopface to take it.
Fires and scores! And we're all square at 1 in the 31st minute.
Yeah, unlucky there for Saran Sotral. I guess it's the right way here, but he just doesn't get enough extension on it. Just really didn't feel like he got a good plant off that left foot to push himself off towards that far post, but McFlopface quality penalty and is able to convert. Cairo quickly equalizes after conceding that goal 10 minutes ago.
As here we are back with Schwarzwälder going over to Zerhoni to Tucker. Tucker going into Dion. Gintonic is in the box, gets the shot. Van Nooyen turns it aside.
Not much power behind it, just easily turned away.
As here's Dion on the corner. Oh, still in the first half, 34th minute. It's headed, yoinked out of the air by Van Nooyen. 38th minute now. Taco Cat on the throw into Gintonic. We go back to Ewelian, over to Zerhoni. Ewelian going into Gintonic. Good challenge by McFlopface, but Schwarzwälder holds on to possession. Just playing pass around. So they're trying to find their way in, and they... Oh, that's... Big trip, big fall, nothing call.
Yep. I think he just got to the ball first there, and I believe it was DM there that ran into... Oh, no, it was Zerhoni, rather, that ran into the challenge.
Yeah. And that might be taking us to the half. It does. We have hit the half. It is all square at 1.
Yep, and, well, the goal scoring has been a lot thicker than I think most people would have expected out of this match. Well, actually, I should take that back. It does seem like it's been around what we'd expect here. But I must say, it has been a very difficult time for both sides to really break through. Both are averaging about 1 sans a penalty.
Yeah.
So we do expect to see a few more opportunities there. Sarsal again. Goalkeepers are performing up to standard.
All right, we'll see Laudrup. And this is an important win for Schwarzwälder to get, because if they don't win here, I do believe they're out. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Though again, they'd need pretty much all the results to go their way. So
right.
even if they lose here, they can just look at Seoul, London, and potentially look at it and just say, all right, well, we never have a chance anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, but you never want to go from theoretically eliminated to mathematically eliminated. That's a significantly
By your
less
own
fun
volition,
adjective.
yes. Probability
That's a
zero and all
less
that.
fun adjective to have in front of it. Is here's Jean-Claude. It's going to be cleared up and picked up by Lauren. Over the McGlaskins to Adamu. Adamu going in for McFlopface, and that's blocked by Plink. And we're going to have a corner to be taken by Laudrup. Because that's going to be headed out by Ewellian, picked up by Lauren again. This is 48th minute now. Prime time going over to McGlaskins. Going into McFlopface. Back out to Laudrup. Back to Adamu, just trying to reposition a little bit, get a better look inside. They might have found it. McGlaskins fires and scores! And it's 2-1 Cairo.
Wow, very unexpected there. They seem like they're putting up such relentless pressure, but they still were able to find a little gap here. It's primetime 99 to McFlopface. And McLashkins, who just gets in there, darting behind Schenkinger. Sudden Sartrell is only covering his near post there, and there was McLashkins there, but makes no mistake. Here's another look at just how close it was. Llewellyn there playing him on as McLashkins was parallel to Schenkinger, and that is a huge goal for Cairo City. Suddenly they've pulled themselves ahead with a very quality chance.
Yeah. As now it's on Schwarzwälder to answer. Berbatov goes for it, but that's going to go out of bounds. All right, 59th minute now. As Zerhoni back in his own zone, gives the ball up to primetime 99, but they can't really do anything with it as they give it back to Schwarzwälder, trying to go for a deep pass to Tucker, but it's intercepted. And if Schwarzwälder is to hold on here, they do play Seoul, or I should say, if they come back here, not hold on here. They come back here, they do play Seoul on the final match days. Here's Jean-Claude, and that's taken out, going to be boomed out. Picked up by Gintonic. Gintonic goes towards that back corner over to Whittington. Now they're in the box, just kind of holding on to possession. Here's Tucker over to Taco Cat. Fires off of Van Neuer, cleared out by Normus. You pick up again the 61st minute. 61st minute. We go over to primetime 99. Laudrup on the attack to McFlopface. It's going to be blocked, picked up by McGlaskins over to Adamu. Alrighty. 62nd minute. Whittington. Going over to Laudrup. McFlopface to Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude fires. It's saved by Saran Central. And Cairo just relentless on the attack today. So that's just going to roll out of bounds. Picked up by Schenkinger. Duelian to Schenkinger. Back to Saran Central. As it goes Zerhoni to Whittington. Whittington goes forward to Tucker. Tucker in the box. Goes back to Whittington to Berbatov. It's blocked by Normus. '68th minute now. Here's Berbatov over to Zerhoni to Dion. To Tucker. Tucker to Gintonic. Gintonic, it's saved again by Van Neuer. Dion going for the far post, but it's picked up by Plink. Plink going over to Zerhoni. Back to Schenkinger. Forward to Plink again to Tucker. Berbatov. Berbatov in the box. Tripped up again, but no foul called.
Wow. I was shocked that wasn't given a penalty there. absolutely thought that Normus had taken him off without the ball there, but perhaps it had been taken away already. That is going to be a very questionable call there. So perhaps it won't survive without an equalizer.
Yeah, especially with the season on the line for Schwarzwälder here as they go forward to Jean-Claude, and that's going to be saved. And that's going to be a corner kick to be taken by Adamu. Goes middle. It's going to be cleared. Picked up by Prime Time. Adamu just kind of holding on to it. Whittington finally just says, okay, I've had enough of that. Tries a challenge for it. Schwarzwälder wins possession. They get it to Tucker, forward to Gin Tonic. Gin Tonic going towards that back line, going back to Whittington. Whittington going all the way back to Schenkinger. They can't quite find a way in, and now there's only about 10 minutes left in this game on the throw-in from Adamu.
Yeah, it just seems like Cairo might just be able to force that issue a little bit more here. If they can keep on pushing, they might just be able to break through and get free, but so long as he gets holding in this territory, they might still be the ones to hold the driver's seat of this match. But here comes a counter.
Yep, Berbatov. No, that looked like that was intercepted. Van Neuer goes way across midfield, and that's going to be picked up by Schwarzwälder. Over to Dion, over to Whittington. Whittington going back forward, looking for Dion, but finds Adamu instead as they try to clear it out. But Schwarzwälder wins possession again off the one header, and Adamu is there again to intercept. So now Van Neuer goes out deep again, looking for Jean-Claude, does not find him, and that's going to go back to Saran Setral as we enter the 85th minute of the contest. Saran Setral goes out deep, finds only Laudrup, over to McFlopface, who's going to go back to Laudrup again, going forward for Arasov, and that's going to be saved again by Saran Setral.
Yeah, that might have been the opportunity to just flick it back there for Jean-Claude, who had an open net, but perhaps didn't see him, maybe didn't have the room to get that pass away. They tried to get a little play on here, but Tucker was offside.
Yeah. 86th minute. Time running out here as Laudrup goes over to Adamu. Adamu right on the edge of the box, goes back to Laudrup, over to Prime Time, into McFlopface. Looks like we have a small scuffle there. Schwarzwälder ends up with possession. They tried to find Tucker, but Stojakovic says absolutely not and clears it back out. But now here's Berbatov in the box. Goes for the pass to Tucker. It's blocked by Lauren, picked up by Dion, blocked by Van Neuer. And that's going to be another corner to be taken by Dion. Goes near post, and that's saved by Van Neuer.
Huge scoop there, just barely able to maintain that one. Very difficult opportunity there and was well held there. Felix Van Neuer really making sure that they hold this lead, and they might get one with a couple of minutes left.
Jean-Claude. Ooh, that's saved. All right, that's going to be a corner for Laudrup. Laudrup looking far, but it's intercepted by Schenkinger. But Cairo holds on to possession. We haven't seen how much stoppage time we're going to have yet, but it should be coming up soon. There it is, only 1 minute. Oh dear, here's Saran Setral on what is Schwarzwälder's last stand. Here is Whittington going in, looking for Tucker. Whittington intercepted by Adamu. And that's going to do it. Cairo takes a huge win, 2-1 over Schwarzwälder.
Yeah, that is an immense effort there from Cairo City. They had more clear-cut chances. Well, I mean, one more clear-cut chance, but they were able to just create a little bit more. And Felix Van Neuer, incredibly solid in net, able to turn away double-digit shots. And unsurprisingly, earning himself a player of the match there. A tough break there for Schwarzwälder, who are now officially out of the promotion race.
Mm-hmm.
And makes it free.
A three-horse race.
3 teams left now.
Yep. But we're going to get to our second game of the day, which is Red Star Lao versus Kaapstad. Red Star Lao sitting 6th in the table with 12 points, negative 12 goal differential. Kaapstad sitting with only 2 points, but the negative 25 goal differential. So,
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned the teams that have been conceding a lot lately and vis-a-vis other two teams.
so fun fact about Lao, only because I know how much pride they take in it.
And they shouldn't.
No, Lao has 4 people in the top 10 of yellow cards given out.
Incredible work.
AJ Williams leads the league with 5. Vilk is also there, DeBurnia is there, and Checker is there, which
It's
is my favorite stat.
stunning. Absolutely stunning.
As we are underway here in Lao. As we find Furious Chicken over to Changshan, over to Tato, who just takes a quick shot 14 seconds into the game. But nothing doing.
It's 100% of shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Williams goes over to Norris to DeBurnia. DeBurnia going forward to Checker. Back to DeBurnia. Back over to their side of the field as Williams looks, maybe finds Vilk open on the wing there. As Vilk goes into the box. To the back line, goes back to Furious Chicken, back to Vilk over the sides, all off sides. No, it's saved and then just yeeted out of play.
Had to. No real options there. Just get it out.
And that's Hall making the save off the corner there. Here's Checker on the throw-ins to Hunter Jones. Hunter Jones blocked by Hogg. That's going to be another corner. So we see Lau very aggressive out the gate with the attack.
Wow, aggressive? No. Not the team that has a whole lot of yellow cards being aggressive.
Look, just because I call them Red Car Lau does not mean we need to make assumptions, okay?
Because you know what happens when you assume, right?
Yes.
You want to repeat that for viewers at home?
You die.
Correct.
They go to Fisher to Kraustis Jr. Forward to Calvatore. Calvatore fires. It's saved by Kanders.
Not a lot on that shot again. Just tried to tuck that one in bottom corner. Could not quite get there.
Here's all offsides. Big challenge by Hogg. No call. As Jones yeets it into the crowd again.
Yeah, but just being very ambitious with a lot of their shots here. You see already 7 shots on target. Sorry, off target rather. With 8 shots, 1 on target. So a couple of those would have been blocked, of course, but still just not really finding their eye in yet. But that time it was from Changshan, but all there on the near post easily able to snaffle that one.
Yes, you see Kamavinga trying to get out of their zone. Kaapstad trying to mount some sort of offense. So we go over to Fisher, who finds Scud Muffin out deep. Going over to Mueller, finds Scud Muffin inside again, going towards that back line. Over to Fisher and scores! And just like that, Kaapstad up 1-0.
Yeah, we did see a goal around this time as well from Schwarzwälder, so the away side's finding gaps in the 22nd minute here. This time it's Muller who just plays one into the empty space. Muffin first to it, beat checking to the ball. Furious Chicken is trying to get over there to cover Nico Fisher, but it's a left foot snap. Khan is just left flat-footed and an early 1-0 lead.
As we go to the 25th minute, here's DeBurnia over to Checker. To Tato, to Hunter Jones, back to Checker in the box. But 2 Kaapstad people right near him. Sides tripped up again. Still no foul. As that's headed by Chicken, it's off the post and then cleared out by Doug. That was a big opportunity for Lau to miss out on, unfortunately.
Yeah, and he nearly got a second time of asking one as well as he just barely able to tip that one over. Repeat set of the corner.
And Doug just not messing around at all. Just Karate Kid crane kicks that out of the...
That was Kraustis Jr., but I'll give you that one.
Oh, I apologize. Here's DeBurnia. Look, a lot is happening. There's a lot in this match.
I do agree. Yeah, but one thing that I was worried about is a little bit earlier ago when Kaapstad just took that lead, they had more shots on target in spite of having 3 times less shots overall. I need to get their eye in. And, well, I mean, that shot speaks for itself.
You see 16 shots to 3, but only 4 on target to 3. As that's how we hit the half with Kaapstad up 1-0.
Yep. And, well, the shots on target compared to the shots on target, your XG is probably going to be about the same. They need to get these shots lower down. Need to try and really threaten Dexter Hall into trying to make tough stops. The rebounds might fall for them then, and they might be able to convert at least into a draw, if not a win. Though I will say, Laos has not drawn thus far this season, so it would be apt if they maintain this result. Though it would also mean Kaapstad get their first win. So it's first either way unless Laos score 2.
Do you know now that you said that Laos is going to score 2?
I'll speak it into existence if I want.
But we're already in the 61st minute. I did it again. The exact same minute, too. All right.
Deja vu. I have been in this place before.
Hogg going over to Muffin to Kraustis Jr. Back to Fisher, crossing into Lao territory as they find De Silva over to Calvatore. Back to Cove now. We're just going to do a little passing back and forth.
Yeah, looking
for that reposition, maybe look some pressure.
Fast run right side to Silva.
Just has the ball stolen from him by Vilk. Picked up by Tato. That's a call.
Hey, remember when I said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take?
Yes, but they're also missing 75% of the shots they do take right now.
That's fair.
79th minute. Kamavinga going forward to Fisher. Going to Scud Muffin. Going deep for Calvatore. Calvatore fires. It's blocked by Vilk. Picked up by De Silva, and it's too wide by just a hair.
Just barely missing out on that one. Kaapstad really applied the pressure here. Probably should have been up 2-0 out of that one.
As here's Mike Checker going to all offsides. It's intercepted by Doug. Chicken looking like he tried to kick a ball that wasn't there anyway, but just that into the routine as we go to the 82nd minute, picked up by all offsides, headed away by Kamavinga as he was looking for Hunter Jones in the box, picked back up by Lau, over to Mike Checker, who's trying to make his way around Fisher, can't find a way around him, so he just goes to DeBernia instead. As Lau goes into all offsides to Hunter Jones. Hunter Jones fires from outside the box, and that's a goal kick. 85th minute now. As that's a very unfortunate pass, but they don't get punished for it. As they just give possession directly to Red Star Lau right out of the back. But then Red Star Lau give it right back to Kaapstad. So here's Vilk going into Furious Chicken. Over to Vilk again. Vilk going for Chicken and finds him and scores, and we're tied in the 85th minute.
Just felt like Kaapstad were trying to park the bus there, but he found a gap through the windows. It's Chicken and Vilk both combining here, trying to work around that right edge of Cove and De Silva. And eventually he just drifts a little bit away from him. Cove is just kind of out of position where he should be. Dog should probably try and switch off onto that matchup. But Chicken gets himself free enough and finds the gap through the defense. Lau quickly equalized, though it doesn't seem like they may be out of it for long.
Okay, so here's Mueller. So we're in the 87th minute. Will we see Lau's first draw here? 88th minute. So that's going to be headed by all offsides over to Mueller, who gives it over to Doug. Kaapstad goes back to Hall. It's intercepted by DeBernia over to Tato. Furious Chicken Fires, and now it's tipped over by Hall.
Yeah, Cove just blocked that first opportunity, but he was then down. He couldn't get back in time.
Here's Checker, 89th minute. Checker on the corner. Looks for Williams, but it's headed over. Here's Checker again. Probably last chance for Lau to get 3 points here. And that's going to be headed out by Kamavinga, but now they're going back in. Here's Hunter Jones. It's out of bounds. And that's going to do it. Lau has drawn for the first time this season.
There it is. Well, I didn't speak the curse into existence. I'll take pride in that, but goodness me, 15 shots off target to 1. Red Star Laos all of the control of that game, but just weren't able to find the net so often. It was only that late equalizer from Furious Chicken, and it was a close goal too.
Yeah.
That led to him not only being able to equalize, but also winning player of the match honors for that for the clutch gene, really.
All right. Well, that's going to close the book on the second game as we get to what is arguably the most important game of the day for promotion reasons. Interlondon versus Seoul. Interlondon sitting second with 29 points, 18 goal differential. Seoul sitting third with 25 points, plus 27 goal differential. Seoul needs a win to stay in the race. A draw will not be good enough for here today.
Yeah, and because even if they did draw, it means that Interlondon doesn't lose. So you need to put them away here and now. But London, they're probably just thinking they didn't want to just survive. They want to try and make a run of that title, only being 2 goals behind AS Paddy on goal difference. And facing Montreal, who are a very strong defensive team. I'll know that they just want to go for the throat here against Seoul. Even if they lose, they still have some ground. I don't feel like it's something that they can just sit back and rest on their laurels. They'll probably look to try and finish from here.
Yeah, because even looking at the final day, Seoul will end up playing Schwarzwälder. Interlondon will play at home versus Montreal. So it's going to be a race to the finish if it doesn't end up ending here as we are underway. Not a lot of action here at the top. 9th minute. Millar goes back to Scarpetta. Forward to Benone. Intercepted by Ryan. Going to Kennedy. Howd with the tackle, but they get it to Jaeger, who fires. It's turned aside by Yaboa. But Paul retains possession and then gives it away to K. Clements. K. Clements moving up the field. Past midfield. Missed challenge by Hugh Mann going over to Pinkman to Jerry, who fires and scores.
Danny Paul with an absolute hindsight mistake. It could have just easily ran over for a goal kick, but he tried to keep a play alive here and just handed it off to direct free kick there, who just sent K. Clements running. He beat just about everyone on that right edge, and then it was just 2 inside passes. Jerry gets by fist, kept himself on. Neuer had no chance to get to that through ball, and an early 1-0 for London here on a great coast-to-coast finish.
Those lines are close. So here we are, 11th minute now. Throw in by free kick. As they go over to Clements again. Free kick. Going back 2 dives in a lot. Over to Millar. To Scarpetta. Scarpetta goes back to Millar. To Manone. To Howd. Over to Clements, who just taps it in.
Flags up.
Oh, flags up. Goal won't stand. Oh, yeah, that's how it goes. All right, here we go. 16th minute now. Millar going over to Howd on the very edge of the box. Back to Millar, over to Ruma. Ruma to Jerry. Jerry to Pinkman. Walter Pinkman fires and scores!
And the flag stays down this time. He immediately gets through on that occasion. Just great work incising through the defense there. And another look at it here. Rama flicking for Jerry, who just gets Pinkman running through that little crosser. Ryan was trying to cover it off, but could not get there in time. Pinkman slotting a near post. Neuer may have needed to cover that one off a bit better, but 2-0 for London early on and a huge break for them. Huge start to this contest that might result in them already earning promotion, though, with that goal.
That was a lot of pinballing that just happened in there, too, but Neuer comes up with it. Now here's Mann on the corner, 24th minute. It's going to be headed away out of bounds for a throw. So it's going to be thrown in, but headed away by Howd, and now we're going to have a corner. To be taken by
probably just looking for the throw there, did not get it that time.
And that's going to be headed away by Donnarumma. Paul keeps it inbounds. Goes over to Mertz to pork tenderloin to Fist. Fist goes to Man inside, trying to get around Ruma, but can't. But now Ruma hits it back, and that's going to be yeeted out by Aloisi. 31st minute. That's going to be boomed out by Yeboah. Over to Jaeger to Schauenard. Back to Jaeger to Paul. Paul past everybody. Fires, but too narrow. That's going to be a goal kick. Here's Jerry on the free kick. It's headed out by Man. Picked up by Ruma. Ruma goes for a shot, and it's out of bounds.
That's why you don't have the left back usually take the shots. I mean, sure, you're open. Take the opportunity, but...
Just that was not one of the times as Paul. That's going to be picked up by Yeboah. Now things have kind of slowed down here a little bit as dives in a lot. Goes forward the free kick. Back to Pinkman. Back to dives in a lot. Over to Millar. Back to Scarpetta. Forward to Howd to Manone. London playing very safe, just pass-to-pass football now. They go forward to Dexter Manone. A missed challenge by Ryan. Manone in the box, fires, and into the seats. "42nd minute. Man on the corner. It's off of Yeboah, and then just sent out of bounds by direct free kick, who kicked it freely directly out of bounds. So now 3 minutes added on here in the first half as Aloisi fires. Yeboah falls on it. And that's going to take us to the half. Inter London holding a 2-0 lead over Seoul.
Yeah, this is another case of the chances that are higher quality are the ones that are producing the goals. Seoul have had more shots on target, but they just really haven't threatened Tony Yeboah that much. And as a result, they're the ones that are down right now and trailing when they need to find at least 2 goals to keep themselves at least respectable. They need 3. And against Tony Yeboah, I mean, he's only considered 3, I think, once this entire season. So very difficult ask right now.
Yeah, and he need to give up 3 1/2 as that's going to be offside for Aloisi.
Yeah, did not play the advantage there as it seemed like it was retained there by, I believe it was Manone, but he just cleared it out and referee just decided no, they got possession back.
As here's Schauenard going in, looking to try to get around Ruma, but can't. Ends up giving the ball to dives in a lot over to Walter Pinkman. Pinkman going over to free kick to Clements in the box to Jerry. It's saved by Neuer.
Just held on to that one. Was a tough shot to stop there. Just kept on rising again, but that time was well held, and Neuer just keeping them in this match.
Now Yeboah finds Jerry, who got past Fist, fires and scores! His second of the game that puts Inter London up 3-0.
One has to think that's the dagger. Just found him open. It was again just coast to coast, and Yeboah just decided, you know what, I only need one touch. Jerry then just runs onto it past Lee Fist and tucks it in bottom corner. nothing that Neuer could really do to block that one out, and well played there.
The rare keeper assist.
Love to see it. I don't know if he actually got that on the score sheet. I'll double check that one.
Yeah, he
though.
did.
He did? Excellent. Exceptional.
Yes, he did
Love to see it.
Goes over the dives in a lot, 66 minute. Free kick going back to Ruma. It's going to be taken away by Mertz. As Mertz goes over the Paul. Paul going to pass it back to Tenderloin.
That was my favorite thing to do in futsal, by the way. Just say you got to unleash the dragon and just send it.
As we go over to Paul to going deep for Aloisi. Aloisi fires. It's blocked by dives in a lot. Scarpetta keeps it in bounds. And time's starting to tick away now. Seoul needs to get something on the board. They need to get it quickly, and that's going to be headed away by free kick. Aloisi picks it back up, goes over to Mertz, trying to find a way back into the box, but there's just a traffic jam in front of that box. They find Kennedy on the outside, and that's going to be blocked. Blocked again. Cleared out by London.
Yeah, but something that I think Tony Yeboah has struggled with in the past is those balls that cut across him and then just give up open shots. That time he got his foot out to block it. It fell right for, I believe, Liam Ryan, who tried to put that shot back in play, but so many London defenders just swarming to help him out.
Here's Ruma going over to Millar to Howd. 79th minute, they go looking for Kay Clements in the box. Being blocked by Mann, but Manone gets the free shot, but it's caught by Neuer. Rolled out to Ryan, over to Kennedy. 81st minute. As here is Manone going over to Pinkman. Pinkman goes back to Howd. Howd to Ruma, into Pinkman again. Intercepted by Kennedy. Brought out by Aloisi. As Paul takes it up towards the side and then cuts back in. Only to pass it back to Mann. Over to Chouinard, way over by that back corner. Goes for the long cross. Finds Ryan, who goes in for Aloisi, and that is going to be a corner. To be taken
just came up with Scarpetta there. Yeboah did have it covered, though.
So that's going to be headed away again. 88th minute. Here is Howd on the throw into Pinkman to Millar. Going for the long cross, but it's yoinked out of the air by Neuer.
I think London might just put the champagne on ice now. 3 goals in what will probably only be 5 or 6 minutes left to play. Maybe even 4 if they're lucky.
That's going to be Clements going back to direct free kick. Who goes a long cross from Millar, who finds Howd way open on that wing. Who finds free kick way open on the other wing. Clements goes in, it's fired, it's parried by Neuer, and then cleared out by Fist. But we're going to have a throw in again. Mann makes the interception. As we go over to Mertz in the 89th minute. Here's Jaeger going to Chouinard, over to Aloisi. Aloisi taking it up that sideline. All the way to that back line. Intercepted by Kay Clements, who's going to go to Jerry. Jerry rounds Tenderloin, just yeets it out of play. 2 minutes on the clock for stoppage time. 92nd minute. At this point, Seoul just looking for the consolation goal. As Mann goes over the Fist, it's saved. Paul goes to Tenderloin, trying to deny the clean sheet bonus to Yeboah.
Desperation more than anything. This will probably just be procession at this point.
As here's free kick, and that's it. The final whistle is blown. Inter London wins 3-0 and will be going back to Division 1 next season.
Huge congratulations to them. Fully deserved the result of this match. They were comprehensively what felt like the better side. You look at the XG and you think it was really just poor performance from those forwards, and the defense just not living up to par here. Again, with more shots on target, but just created more high-quality opportunities here.
All right.
And that will also mean ASPD has secured promotion, though they still have to worry about the title. Yeah, let's look at that. I think that's 7s across the board. Comprehensive win there.
And there's that 1 assist for Tony Yavoa. Love to see
Just beautiful. Thing of beauty.
All right. So that's going to take us into our final game of the day. AS Paris versus Montreal. Like you said, AS Paris has just been granted promotion back up to D1, but still have that game to play today if they want to stay in the title race. They're currently sitting at 30 points plus 20 goal differential. Montreal sitting at 12 points, -3.
They'll still be in the title race even if they lose, considering they did come in first place. But it will still put them behind the 8 ball. They need to win to stay in front. A draw will not help.
Yeah. I apologize. I just said they need to win if they want to pull back ahead. I misspoke.
Yes.
My fault. And you were talking about earlier how Montreal is one of the more defensive teams. They are one of only 4 teams to give up less than 20 goals this season. So goals do not come easy.
Yeah, that was really rely on Leonidas Papadopoulos to try and break through here. He's going to be the main strike force. He has been pretty much all season. I mean, it's not surprising given I believe he is currently the silver boot holder. Still going to be a while.
Yes, by a lot.
No, golden boot. Sorry, yes, not silver boot. Different. Silver boot is second.
He has a 6-goal lead on.
Yeah,
7-goal lead as he puts one in. It's 1-0 AS Paris in the 5th minute.
Just say a fact and have it corrected 4 seconds after it. Quick goal off a corner here, and again it's from Jay Brisky. Just quickly whipped over everyone here. Wartooth probably should be getting up at the far post to try and contest that. Papadopoulos able to outmuscle Pudineska, get inside position, and suddenly Paddy have put themselves back up into first place for all of about maybe. Well, I mean, if you count the goal, it's probably around 90 minutes. Here he gets an intercept. How has he not converted that? He's put it back in. That's just silly. That is absolute silly buggers football. Playing around it on the back edge. Adam Rage just lays one up there that Papadopoulos easily intercepts. Vanderman somehow gets back to get a foot on it, but they don't come back for coverage, and Papadopoulos says, "Thank you very much. May I have another?"
Cortez to Pedersen. Intercepted again by Cortez. Over the ball to Brisky. Brisky going towards that back line over to head the ball again. Brisky going far, looking for Alistair, but it's going to be kept in bounds by Zanetti, picked up by Horvat. Horvat back over to Zanetti. All the way back to Washburn, going for a little bit of a reset. And they find Horvat, find Alistair, getting towards that box. Horvat in the box, blocked by Putneska, but recovered again by Paris. As Zanetti goes all the way towards that back corner, over to Alistair. Zanetti goes for the long cross. It's headed out by Fantabens. Picked up by Selic. Okay. Have a second to breathe now. Jeez. So that was one of the most opening 10 minutes of all time.
12 minutes.
12 minutes,
there, just able to grab onto that one, of course. You know, one of the shortest statured keepers. I mean, probably the most shortest statured keeper in the entire league. So was able to get up there and make that stop.
Intercepted by Holmberg, who's trying to get forward to Fred. They find him. They go over to Calavera, who goes back to Putneska looking for somebody deep. They find Lachlan O'Rourke over to Selic. Selic fires. Selic scores. And it's 2-1.
Yeah, they really are. And, well, there we go.
It's 2-0.
Oh, dear. And, yeah, well offside there was Selic. About 2 steps ahead of Washburn. Very good decision there. We didn't actually get to see the flag go up because the linesman was on the other side and not visible to our cameras.
Good job, linesman.
Good job, why are you throwing them under the bus? It's our production crew.
Over the Selic.
The linesman made the correct call.
Maybe he should have made the
Shameful.
correct call more in view of the camera. The cameraman has to follow the action, all right? He's got a pretty large job in front of him.
That's fair.
We gotta put
Then no one is to blame.
Sell it again! That's deep into the crowd.
It will be terrible at breaking news.
Oh, and that's gonna not take us to the half. Excuse me.
Yep. Little free kick given away here. Just extends it a little bit more. Here goes Papadopoulos.
That's turned aside by rage. That's gonna take us to the half.
There we go.
2-0 Paris off of two very quick goals from Leonidas Papadopoulos.
Yeah, well, it's an 8-goal lead now, so put Golden Boot to bed, kiss it good night, maybe tell it a bedtime story.
This is why I always look forward to my favorite award, the Golden Hamstring Award. So that's still up for grabs.
Yeah, well, hotly contested that one, especially given that I don't think Laos got any yellow cards in that last match, assuming that's what the Golden Hamstring is.
Oh, no, the Golden Hamstring is distance run.
I see.
It's currently being held by Zenadon Gintonic. But
yeah, it's also we really get to track too much in this, so probably have to wait until we get our stats team on that to monitor.
I imagine the most yellow cards would just be the golden card. But
I suppose so.
All right, 56th minute now. Zanetti looking for Snooks, and that's going to be headed over the bar. And now this second half is going a lot faster than that first half did.
Yep. It might just be that Paddy have elected after those first two goals. Just settle things down a bit. No need to try and exert yourself too much. You still have another game to play next up.
Yeah.
I'll secure you that D2 title.
And if this score holds, then they will be they'll be one goal up on Interlondon going into the final day.
Yeah. So I really can't afford to concede here in these final 5 minutes.
Oh my God, we're in the 86th minute already. Jeez. All right, here is Selic over to Fred to Holmberg. Back over to Fred. Remember, Interlondon plays Montreal on the final day. Paris will be playing Red Star Laos. We go over to O'Rourke to Pedersen, over to Konstantin Selic, who fires and scores. Will it stand this time? It will.
Well, I mentioned not conceding, but just as soon as I say that, they end up conceding. It's Pedersen who just whips its ball in. Selic just gets a little bit onto that. He knew the play was coming. Washburn did not. Just got the left foot out, got the feet in front, and slotted that one to Bartlett's left. A huge goal in the crux of this tournament. Well, in this season, really. It's not a tournament. I mean, technically it is. But now Papadopoulos really wants a hunt to try and get himself his hat-trick and a third goal to make sure that they aren't just up on goals scored.
And here's the 92nd minute. We are once again past stoppage time. As we go over to Pedersen. Can Montreal make a last-minute miracle? No. And that's going to do it. Paris holds on to a 2-1 victory over Montreal.
Yep, and well, your thank Leonidas Papadopoulos, whose solo play produced one of the goals, and Cortez actually got an assist on that. Must have been bumped along there, I did notice. But a huge win there. Konstantin Selic, the late consolation goal, does mean they are tied on goal difference, though, but he does still have a point advantage. Because of the way that will change, I'll need to double check the math that goes on here.
That changes a lot, because now if Paris draws, or Paris loses and Interlondon draws the final day, Interlondon wins on goal differential, because Paris would have to lose by 1 in order to lose. So
exactly.
That
they had that little bit of a buffer, but now they can't afford to lose anymore. Well, I mean, you couldn't afford to lose in the first place, but now that slide buffer of the goal scored is eliminated. You can't afford to lose by 1 now. You must at least get points out of your next encounter. But I mean, for a team with double-digit wins, I'm sure they'll be just content with celebrating promotion now, knowing that they have to face off for that final chance of a title. I'm sure both of those matches will be something that we can look forward to.
That's going to be a raucous of a D1 that they're going up to next year, because if D1 this year has been any indication, oh boy. All right. But
yeah, so relegation race to wait on as well. Will it be Hollywood? Will it be Catalonia?
Yep. So you see, there is a look at our table. Like you said, Paris and London have clinched promotion at this point. And that's really all to add to that. Like, Lao moved up to 5th place, which, is good for Lao, but
yep, still fights for the minor spots. 8th and 7th are locked in now, but 5th and 6th still to play for, as is 3rd and 4th between Seoul and Schwarzwälder for Wolverine.
Yeah, and those two are playing tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But
yeah, quite exciting.
Yeah, but that is going to do it for us for this cast. If you stuck around for all 4 games, I very much appreciate it, and hope that we provided a good time for you in your viewing experience. And until next time, I've been Xenlos.
I've been Socc.
And you all have a fantastic night.
See you next time.